Exatamente aqui de onde a gente parou no último vídeo. Vamos ver qual missão eu vou fazer agora. Acho eu que vou fazer tentar mais uma vez as faixas amarelas. Vou tentar mais uma vez as faixas amarelas.
Envoy. On the contrary, Herodes believes it can help you.
You got lucky with the last one you set free, Envoy. Not sure I'd risk it again.
You spared us. That does not mean that we have lost interest in you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time. We trust you will remember our gratitude.
Interessante. Só porque eu ajudei o cara, mudou alguma coisa no jogo. Vai pro acampamento não. Não é aqui. Não é aqui. Vamos fugir. É no de cima. É pra cá? Essa faixa amarela?
Better part of Avowed.
Ah, esqueci de comprar as poção, que merda.
Not sure who lived here before. Looks like something you'd see in Emerald Stair. Ice front. Bandits ahead.
Tirar esses escudos que são problemáticos.
Left leg!
Capacitação, merda. Continua difícil. Preciso do maior número de opções possíveis. Tentar mais uma vez. Se não der, eu vou fazer outra missão, depois eu volto aqui. Essa é a última tentativa. Eu volto aqui mais forte.
Not sure who lived here before. Looks like something you'd see in Emerald Stair. Ice front. Bandits ahead.
Who's there? Found you! After us! To your left!
Capacitação.
Thanks, soldier.
Armor won't hold up.
Droga, não deu. É, melhor voltar mais pra frente. Fazer mais missão secundária aí. Primeiro que eu preciso de mais poção. Vamos ver o que tem aqui primeiro. Eu acho que se eu subir mais um nível dá pra mim pegar ali. Tá. Depois eu dou um jeito de pegar aquilo ali. Não tem nada por aqui.
If we're gonna be walking up here, at least do me the favor of not looking down.
Coisa aqui. Oh, mais um fragmento de totem. Só um dinheirinho. Essa que se eu errar vai ser foda. Só de mana.
They weren't much of an artist, but I think that's upstream by the parkland wall.
Quase caí. Vamos voltar pra cá.
Well, nothing ventured, envoy.
Worth it all!
Oh, isso é bom. Isso é uma das coisas que estava atrás. Galho de madeira macia. sei onde tá, né? Não.
Move along, please.
I was here first.
Aqui são os comerciantes, né?
Welcome back, my friend. How can I help you?
Não, 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 não.
The
Algum
living
deles tem
lamp.
poção?
Time to resupply.
Não, nenhuma delas tem. Passar o tempo? Tá. Clínica dos curandeiros. Vamos lá. Mas antes vamos ali no acampamento.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered. Not at all. He was even more in awe of you when we found him in the cistern. And you really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away. I think the Living Lands has a way of wringing the tenderness out of those who survive it. Even though most of us come here looking for a second chance, it's rare that we offer one. Why'd you do it? Clever. Though I suspect he and his followers will scatter to the winds after this. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse. You're far from the only one to say so. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself. Could be both. Judging from that meeting, Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig don't see eye to eye. I'm afraid that means trouble on the horizon, especially if Ludwig starts operating around him. Nice to know I'm in good company. Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years, but I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts. You don't miss much, do you? That's a story for another time. I've had all the doom and gloom I can stand for one night. Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. We should be safe enough, but I'll take watch, just in case.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future. Putting trust in the gods is like wearing a blindfold in a dark room. You can't see, but there wasn't any light anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Now you're looking towards Emerald Stair. Whole other kind of deadly out there. I mean, if you think you've seen forests, think again. Emerald Stair is where nature goes to try out some new stuff. The trees there are fertilized by the corpses of people who thought they knew what they were getting into when they got there. But past that is the strange stuff. Ruins, spirits, and other things that you should steer clear of. Considered it, sure. I wouldn't be much of a guide if I dropped you off at the edge of Dawnshore and said, good luck. Good to be here. We've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. You might want to get some rest. Anyway. Until next time.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before. Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A killer freed, a predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain? Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Mais alguma coisa com Marius. São dois, um na periferia e outro aqui. Começa com o da doutora.
It's really you! I mean, we all heard the Emperor set a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. My brother Cadman and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, envoy. We don't make it to the High Crown Court much. Something about dirt on the throne room rug. We mostly operate out of the Cartographers Guild. At least it's cozier than the soldiers' barracks. And they let me copy their maps. Most of the places we go aren't as treacherous as this temple, though. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. Well, I gather there were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the Living Lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly. We went there to talk to a man the locals call the Oracle. He's a godlike of Aethys, if you can believe it. The Oracle is said to possess a holy relic that belonged to Aethys, a part of the god's Titan body. This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now. Cadman's not gonna believe his eyes when he sees you. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, envoy.
Não é isso aí que eu quero. É esse. Peregrino do Alvorecer. Pro outro lado. Não, por aqui mesmo. Eu já tinha vindo aqui já.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that. The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Lands suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure. Until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Right, of course, absolutely. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offreak will appreciate you looking into this.
Será que é a missão que eu tô pensando? Pelo que eu tô ouvindo falar, é a missão da higiene. Da gameplay da higiene.
That spear looks Adiran, all right. Guess we're on the right track.
Didn't even have time to finish the puzzle. Whatever they were looking for wasn't just treasure. There you go. Door's open. Gods. Never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Look alive. It's it. Never saw it come. Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
Who's ready for more?
blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offred's squad passed through here. Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Her jewels, whispers of searing light.
Zarb's ahead. Just going around them. We can fight if you're feeling itchy.
Next one's mine!
Não! Crashou o jogo. Como vocês podem ver, o jogo acabou de crashar.
Look at that.
Vocês podem ver o
That
jogo de
statue.
crashar.
How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Gods. No one knew that was down here.
Her jewels, whispers of searing light.
Zarb's.
Good one! I think I sprained my shoulder.
Vamos ter que ter bastante item. Ó, esse grimório eu já posso vender. Nossa, o jogo tá bonito, hein?
Hold it together. We're nearly there.
You're not my brother. I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair. Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? Free Expedition Corps out of High Crown. Yeah, that's us. Well, that's me anyway. The rest of those assholes went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, admin, honest. Oh shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Aethys, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aethys has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
They used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it to him. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Aethys, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Aethys did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore. Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. That's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. It's a lucky thing you found me then. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything.
I hope they're better off than I was.
Ainda acho que é a missão da higiene. Da gameplay lá da higiene.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper. Look, Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue. Maybe we should take a look.
Nice shot! Look right!
Another glorious battle.
I see someone. Be ready for anything.
Can it be? Come, stand in the light.
Vamos parar por aqui. Vamos. Já volto. Daqui a alguns minutinhos. Voltei. Vamos lá.
Me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargemus, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? Then Sargemus spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargemus, though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Hamka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone. Indeed. It has been my obsession these last few years, hewn by my own hands from stone in Ardra, and no small degree of melancholy. I suspect it will be my last great labor before this body is returned to the earth, and I am returned to my god. If I am, it is from an affliction that death will not cure. But no, sister, I am only very old. My light is waning. As Aethys' essence leaves the world, I am leaving with him. His essence has kept me alive for centuries, and soon we will enter the longest night. Indeed, my soul has dwelled in this form for centuries, beyond even the lifespan of the longest-lived elf. My lord Aethys inspired my birth in the same year the kingdom of Adir was founded. You might say my birth heralded the empire you now serve. About 630, yes, give or take a decade. One does lose count. That is a question for my lord. I have asked him many times, but even when he spoke to me, he would not say. I suspect it is his essence that has kept me alive, and now that he has abandoned this world, well, I soon expect to die. In prayer, in dreams, as I ate and loved and labored, his voice was a constant murmuring in my ear. But when I spoke to him, he never did reply. So, do not mistake his talking for a conversation. He only wanted to be heard. Not anymore. Many, yes. Some that inspired awe, others dread. For a time, I proselytized among the colonists who first settled Eir Glanfath. I held the door of my parish church against an onslaught of Glanfathan raiders, and I watched them fall prostrate before my light. I tended the wounded in the Broken Stone War, the War of Black Trees, the War of Defiance, and in many wars that were never given the dignity of a name, and since have been forgotten. I can hardly recall them anymore. The Deerwood has been a troubled place since the very moment of its inception. Conflicts erupted as regularly as spring flowers, to bloom and die as swiftly. So, there is always some dark corner in need of light, if you'll indulge me in the metaphor. Truthfully, I had been jailed for proselytizing in Colplin, and it was to the colonies I was exiled. So it was the Deerwood or death. I had nowhere else to go. Is that what they're calling him now? I heard the man that was Widewind speak when he was but a farmer. He had a presence even then, furious, incandescent. It was astonishing, his power. I wonder, had my lord already made a home in his body by then? Did my lord share with Widewind his plans to wage a pointless, bloody war while wearing the poor man's face? What a grave injustice. To have your body stolen and be made into a saint. Tragic Widewind. Pitiable Widewind. I grieve for what became of him. God help me. I do. Be my guest. Be welcome, for you have found it. People like you and I once sought this place in moments of spiritual turmoil, when the world and our souls could not find rest. Moments of war, famine, massacres, when those such as us are called upon to speak the gods' wills and to lead. But I have seen not one of us these last 3 years, and it is rare indeed that pilgrims come to pray. Perhaps our meeting now is the work of immortal hands. I pray that it is so. Godlike. Such a meager word for us, who are the gods' eyes and ears and hearts. We are the phenomena through which the gods experience the world. We are as like the gods as a finger is like a man. You and I and our raptured brethren, we are the gods themselves.
That's all very poetic, but it doesn't answer the question. Is this place special to godlikes?
It had been once, when we were legion, but no longer. Our kind came here to find fellowship and understanding, in a world determined to bend us to its purposes. This is a heavy burden you carry, to be beloved of both a god and a god among men. I imagine one cannot help but wonder, did he elevate you for your skills and knowledge, your strengths, your accomplishments, or for what you are? You and I are instruments of a divine will. In choosing you to be his envoy, your emperor ennobles his purpose and tarnishes yours. An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, Pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know? That is a shame. Without knowing more, I'm afraid I cannot help you. Although, perhaps you might assist me with something.
Right, here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
This reminds me of the Strangle Road. But how is anything this big going all the way down here?
We'll have to swim through the roof road to get through.
I was just getting warmed up. Aye, aye. Here it comes.
They're off!
Às vezes é legal fazer isso comigo mesmo.
Never knew there were little houses. Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that.
should it be disturbed.
Big tree, pretty ruins. Don't let it fool you. Keep your guard up.
They're off!
There's the relic. Can't be as easy as just grabbing it.
Right. I haven't been in a lot of ancient ruins, but you don't have to be an expert to
It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber.
We better get moving too.
Take him down. On your right. On your right. Work up, envoy. It's too late. Coming from your right!
Right behind you.
They're off!
Who's ready for more? That ought to be all of them, right?
They're off! They're off!
Flooded during that earthquake. Blasted wounds.
Well,
Ô saco.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
Something's not right here. Take a look around. found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you, we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
Corpses left here with no obvious death marks or struggle wounds? All I'm saying is, I'm not seeing any reason to rule him out.
Oh. Like they've been completely drained of essence?
If I thought you could just zap someone's soul out of their body, I wouldn't even get up in the morning.
You need to get out more, Marius. Animancers have been zapping folks for centuries.
If either of you so much as points a stick at me, I'm going to be very upset.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Acesso. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness.
Oracle's up ahead. Be ready for anything.
There you are. I worried for you when the earth shook.
Lies like wasps.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission. To prosecute the redemption of a god. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys's body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
Me? If I ever suggest helping some crazy Nimdu bring a statue to life for religious reasons, please kill me then and there.
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses and deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Aethys there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my sister, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent. Aethys is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua and marching it across the Deadfire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent, and used the very last of his power to destroy the wheel. The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture. Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results. There we are. Now, fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there. And my lord will return to face justice. Any moment now. My god Aethys, are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong. My lord Aethys has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My sister, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause? No. This statue, its purpose, it has been the sole focus of my every waking moment from the instant Aethys left the world. The elaborate construction you see around us was not my original intent. It came with time. All the result of many tests, and many failures. How could the world forgive me if I stopped? It seemed I was always a hair's breadth from success. Iron, blood, oil, ardra, essence. Now, the relic. The very body of a god. You see, there is always another parameter to adjust. But I believe success is near at hand. And you, rare and perfect you will be my last. I wish to remove your soul from your body, and through the power of animancy, place it in my statue, where it will bask for all eternity in the obliterating light of my lord. No, that would not be appropriate. He does not want me. He has made that clear. You? My God. You are right. I am what is missing from my work. But I couldn't see it. It must be me. Before I leave you, I would ask you to tell me something. What do you believe we are to our gods? I pray you have the chance. Goodbye, my friend. Walk always in the light. If thine heart be black, if thine intention be impure, thy life is forfeit. For he hath seen, he can see, he will see. Nothing is hidden from his glory. His light touches every corner of the world. Hurry now!
The Oracle soul is in the machinery now. We've got to pull the lever to siphon it into the statue.
Well, if we're gonna pull the ascendant lever, we better get to it.
Nothing, huh? On the bright side, at least the Oracle's not around to see this.
After all that, I'm almost disappointed. This world has had enough highly destructive god statues, thanks.
What do you think, Envoy? Can a god really die?
You're saying he'll come back eventually.
That sounds like a question for a priest. Well, with the Oracle dead, I guess we should get going. Right behind you, Envoy.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
Já volto. Vamos continuar. Assim que essa missão terminar, tem a voz pra me falar. Esqueci de falar com a voz, tem que descer de novo. Falar com a voz importante. Falar com a voz é muito importante.
It wakes. A host. Form given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout. Fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand? A shard of Adra tethers it to us. Yet it is weak. A quagmire of essence occludes its veins. If we had time to tend it, perhaps we could find a way. This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it. A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction. Then, when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
Earth to kill, new flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Agora sim vamos embora. Não sei se eu fiz o certo. E isso haverá consequências. Para o bem ou para o mal.
The Oracle might have been a creepy, murdering Korban, but...
Never thought I'd be so relieved to see Paradise.
Well, that was certainly an experience of some kind. Let's go catch up with Afric.
Is that all you got?
Passa correndo.
Who's there?
Cheap, fertile land. Too good to be true, you say.
If you came all this way for arable land, you might as well get back on your ship and leave. The problem is we've been conned out of our life savings.
A gentleman sold us his farm, sight unseen, of course. He boasted of making a fortune off the living lands.
We risked everything for this opportunity. The place is in shambles and the earth is barren. The scoundrel took our coin and ran. It's a miracle the deed was legitimate.
So do we find a way to squeeze life out of this dead farm? Or do we cut our losses? A goat ranch? Huh.
Come to think of it, the island does have a breed of goat. Supposed to be real ornery, but they're survivors.
Or 5. Or 10.
Whoa, hey, one goat at a time, please. I shovel so much shit. Thanks for the advice, stranger. I can't help but feel like our fortunes have already changed for the better.
I had no idea you were an expert in livestock. Know anything about raising chickens?
Should we tell them about the biting, or... No, they'll figure it out.
Melhor viajar. Aqui mesmo.
Hey, it's the envoy!
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I owe her the world. She saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way?
No. Oh, gods. Does she mean...
They didn't make it, Offreak. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened?
What?
Right. So it could have been worse.
They probably went quickly, if that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Offreak, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. I'm dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead? At least they got justice.
And I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy. Ambassador Heelgard has written to Expedition Command back in High Crown to see if they'll let us come home.
While we wait for their reply, I thought...
Wait. Let me guess. Mermaid's Den.
You told him?
It was a moment of weakness. I thought I was dead. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but I'm glad they made it.
These two will be just fine. I'm sure of it.
One of them may even get a happy ending.
Olha essa espada. Qualidade fina. Pô, a arma de melhor qualidade que eu tenho. Você fica pra próxima missão. Vamos encerrar no acampamento. Ah, tá. Esse acampamento é o principal. Pra mim fazer essas últimas missões. E viajar. Não vou encantar agora. Ela é decente mais um.
Pure Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. A job is a job, Envoy. But not all places are created equal. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. companions? It's just Kai, isn't it? As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. If I must.
Vamos cancelar aqui.